Hello everyone, how you doing today? This is Jeff here, and I'm gonna be your IT guy. I'll take care of you and get you all squared away. What we're gonna do today is figure out how to connect to a hard drive when we're remote on a Linux system. So let's say that you are out and about and you have a remote system you can access, but you have to do an update or a package maintenance, and it requires a restart. You know you have a mounted drive, but you don't have drives that are automatically mount. Let me show you how you can get that done real quick and easily without having to worry about um, going home or not updating your system. So we're going to walk through a couple steps on what we need. We're going to see how it's done if you have remote access and if you don't have remote access. Hello everyone. So the first thing we need to do to get this up and running on our system is to see what these drives look like. So I'm going to bring over a new tab, a new window. I'm going to collapse and bring it. Okay, so the drives I added here are these drives here. I added 3 and 1. That's where they're located at when they first come into the dev folder, and I want to get them up. If I had GUI access to my remote system, I could just simply click on them. Click as such, and it's up. Go back. But we don't have GUI access, or I'm going to assume we don't have GUI access. So I'm going to show you another way to get this up and running so that you can get access to your files after a restart or whatever. For a while this hindered me from restarting when I was traveling, but now we have a way to get around that. So let's minimize this. Okay, so what we want to do, we're remote and we want to connect to this system here, 172.16.12.22. This system is named SSO2, and we want to connect to it from external. I've already connected to a external machine, so we can come back to this system. We're going to connect to it via SSH and then look to see if we can mount the drives and get them up and rolling. Okay, so we're on a remote system here, IPC1. What we want to do to connect to this SSO2 is connect to the particular IP address and port. This machine is inside the network, but I use a technology such as zero tier, or you can use other technologies to connect remotely. I don't punch holes in my firewall. What zero tier does is it connects to my outbound server, and it connects to it, and then after that it connects the two hosts together, and if they're in the same network they connect. In this instance we will be connecting over LAN, but with such technology it works the same. I'm going to speak about zero tier here in the near coming future, so be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and like this video and future videos so you can get that update. Okay, so we're going to use SSH as our means of connecting. I'm going to pick the port that I want to use, and I'm using port 22. You may use a different port. I use different ports, but in this example I'm going to use 22. Technically in this example we do not require to use a port number, but if you know that people use different port numbers or you use different port numbers, you want to be aware that that's a possibility. So I always put port. I also typically do verbose, and I want to see what's going on. It helps you troubleshoot when you have problems connecting to SSH. Okay, the system we're going to connect to is SSO2, and once everything's ready I'm going to hit enter. That port number is not 22 on this one. It's 2222, and this is what I'm saying. Sometimes port numbers are changed, so you want to make sure you have the right port number. Let's try this again. We got in. So I need password. Hey, here we go. So I just landed. I'm on this system. It's Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. I typically run LTS on most of my systems. I'll have one or two machines that I keep on the bleeding edge, but Normally I'm running LTS. Alright, so let's clear the screen here. So let's look and see what's in the dev folder. There's a lot of stuff there. Let's do a little bit more filtering here. Let's do SD star. I have a SDA, I have a B, C, D, and so forth. I also have other drives here, NV, ME drives. I don't know which one it is. Now we did look earlier, and I was able to see on the GUI, but I'm gonna assume you don't know which one it is. So let's walk through a couple things we could do to figure out what's going on here and which drive is which one to mount. We don't want to over mount anything, so let's see what we can do. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is let's do a DF and size H, and I'll show you why the H in just a minute. Let's do a DF. Now we see here we have a whole bunch of drives mounted, a bunch of stuff going on, but we don't see what we're looking for. We know it's named 6TB something, so let's do a grep on that. We have one drive mounted. Let me clear the screen, get this back to the top. Alright, so we have one drive mounted here that is media JED, but this isn't the one we have. We already know 4 is mounted. We were able to see 4 was mounted earlier in our example. So what we're looking for is 1 and 3. We don't have 1 and 3 right now. So the best option for you, if you do not know what these drives are, is to look through two or three methods I have here. So the first one is writing it down. Just document it, per document what it is. So I'm going to open up an application called Disk. And as you can see here, when you look on disk, we have 4, which is at SDC under the dev folder. We have 3, which is at SDB under the dev folder. And we have 1 here that's SDD under the dev folder. This is not dev as in development, but more like dev as in device. So we know this is where it's mounted at. Let's assume we can't get to this GUI here. Let's open up another option so we can have a way of getting this information. So without any add-ons, without any GUI, we're going to close this. Alright. The first tool that I want to give you is block ID. Okay, you can use block ID for a number of things, like trying to find things in your system. What I use block ID for usually is to help understand what labels and what UIDs on what devices. There are a whole host of things to do to learn block ID. If you go to the man, which is like manual, and then type in the command you're looking for, you get a whole breakdown of what that command is and what it does. Okay? What we're going to do is type block ID, nothing else. We want to get a raw output from the system to see what's on the screen. Sorry, I'll do a clear first. Block ID, enter. Okay, so we have a whole host of stuff here. We have some stuff set up on NVMe drive. We have the SDA, C. Look here. We have B and D. These are the drives we were trying to mount. Okay? So, what we need to do now is note what drives that we have here and move forward. However, I'm going to show you another tool you can use to get this same information and use it as a comparison to ensure that you're getting exactly what you were looking for. Okay, so we're here. There's another command you can use. List block. Whoa, a lot of stuff there. Alright, this lists the block devices. I've used this command also to find various devices and find out about what's going on with my system, what's connected, and so forth. It also has a man document. That you can use and get a full detail of what do you have here. And note, on these man documents, if you want to exit out, simply hit the Q. You're out. You're right back to where you were. Okay, so the first, type in list block, enter. Okay, look here. We see we have a drive here mounted that is approximately 6 terabytes. We have one very similar, looks to be about 6 terabytes. Remember, you're going to lose some overhead in formatting based on the file type you use. So, and I'm using on this drive here ext4. So this is a 6 terabyte, 6 terabyte. So to me, I don't really care about much else. So I usually run a command with a grep on it, and then I'll type in what I'm looking for. Boom, I have my drives there. Remember, we have the block ID. Let's do the same thing. We know it's going to have 6 TB in the label, so let's use the label as well. Clear, see block ID, let's grep it, and let's use 6 TB. Boom, there's our 3 drives here. Okay, let's get confirmation that these are truly the drives we're looking for. We'll use that list command. I just push the up arrow to go back through my past commands in history. I'm pushing down, pushing up, and you just page back through your commands. Okay. Now, with this 2 commands here, grep always highlights the contents that's listed in the grep. With these 2 commands here, I can confirm that this drive is mounted, and it is C drive, and it has a label of 6TB-04. Also, that matches here with the same drive letter. So I'm pretty sure and can conclude that I'm on the right track. So now I know I need to launch this one here, which is B, and launch this one here, but I'm gonna need this dev for my next command. Okay, so we're gonna keep that on the screen. We're not gonna get rid of that. The next command we're gonna use is called udisk control. Let's do help on that as well as we've done before. As you can see, it gives information on what disks are there, whether they're mounted, kind of gives you some status information. You can get some smart hard drive information, power down the drive, encrypt the drive, unencrypt the drive, just a whole host of things you can list here. What we're looking for, we want to mount the drive. So we would want to put in the mount, use the mount command, and then mount the file system, and then move forward. So one important thing I want to mention to you is that, let's say on this system here, it's going to mount under the media drive. So let's go look here. It's currently listed as what I'm logged in as JED. If you try to mount under a different username, you will potentially mount under that same user. So you want to be aware that what user you're using. So I know that I want to mount under the J user. So we're going to type in disk control. We're going to put a mount. Then we want to put a B here. And if you look at the help documents for a mount, you see the beta is block devices. Okay? And we know this is a block device. B, and then let's do the first one. Dev SDC, and that's the command we're going to need to mount this device. Okay? But what I want to show you before we get started, before we launch this command, is we want to check to ensure that it hasn't automatically mounted itself. DFH, H means human, because if you do it as DFH without the H, you'll just get in kilobyte format, and most of us can't easily distinguish kilobyte. So let's put it in H. Now it's in human readable format, and you can tell what drives are what. We see that at the bottom here. Let me bring it up some for you. The only 5 TBs is Gluster mounts that I have, and this 6 here. So there's no other TBs anywhere else. Clear. Mount. Let's get back to our command. Okay. Up arrow again. So now we have everything in place. Let's mount this drive. Mount B dev. And so if you want to know how I'm going through this very quickly, let's roll back. UD tab pulls up all the possible commands under that breakdown. I put an I tab, command's done. I don't have to type anything else. Command's done. Move to the next step, mount tab, command's done. Typically within the first 3 or 4 letters of most commands, they'll usually get you where you want. -B dev, there's one D folder typically under your root. So it's dev SD tab. Now I have all my options. I have B, C, D, and A. I know I need C and I need D. Let's mount C. C, enter. Whoa, look at there. C's already mounted. Right here. Back up. That's what happens when you try to hit a drive that's already mounted. Okay? Let's go to B. Once you hit it, it's going to ask you, who do you want to authenticate this drive to? It gives the drive, which is a HGST. It gives the drive's root name, it gives the drive's actual name, and the serial and the model number. Then it gives me these different identities. So this is what I was saying when I was saying in the media folder. You want to make sure you know who you are mounting. So I'm going to cancel this, and so this right here, I'm listed as Jet under the media folder. So up arrow again, run this command. B. Seems to be halting. Give me a second here. Let's do a PS op under UDisk. I have 2 of them. I'm gonna do a kill 9 532.177.533.904. Cleared that out. Enter. Boom. I want to show you my troubleshooting steps. I don't just want to show you the command and how it works. What if you'd have got in that same scenario there and wouldn't have knew what to do? Now you know how to troubleshoot. This is why you want to like and subscribe. I'm not only showing you what you need to do, I'm also going to show you how to resolve your issues. Okay, I'm going to use one. Enter password. It killed those past the other two, but it mounted it. Let's see if it mounted it. Let's go up here. DFH. Let's grep for 6 TB. So we're gonna grep for what we're looking for. Boom! It says the drives are mounted. Let's confirm that the drive is mounted. Let's go J. Where I'm at now, where J is the only option. I hit tab. I hit double tab. It's gonna show me. It's gonna complete as much as possible. And the reason being is in here, that's the only thing there. So if I hit tab, instead of showing me everything there, it just shows it completes as much as possible. If I had another drive mounted there, it would have showed me all the contents instead of completing it. We want to go to 3, enter, complete. Let's do an LS, and there's everything in that folder. It's mounted. So now we look here. There's 4. There's 3. Lastly, let's mount our last drive. CD out of here. We don't have to CD out. I'm CDing out because I want to show you that another drive came online. I'm back arrow. I don't remember what my drive was. I do know what it is. I want to show you guys. Okay, we're looking for 1. 1 is SDD. Back arrow. There's no need to retyping these commands. You've already typed the correct command. Change that to D. Hit enter. You're going to hit 1. You're going to type in your password. You're going to get your drive. Let's do a clear. Look at that. There's 1 right there. I want to confirm that I can connect to it and actually look inside. Tab. Now it shows me 1's up. Click on it. LS. 1 is there. Just like that. So we do LS block. Now LS block shows us all 3 drives mounted. We want to confirm that with block ID, which is only going to show us what the drives are. Block ID, it just confirms that those drives do match those particular formats. So, as I conclude there, we're complete. Now I can go about doing a system update. Let's say I have an update. I can complete my update now. I can run another update. I can do whatever I need to do. I'm not hindered now by being afraid of restarting my machine. If you have any further questions, you can reach me in the comment. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. And I'm going to have more videos in the future. I'm going to try to drop 3 to 4 videos a week. As many as I can produce and push out to you guys, I'll get out to you guys. Remember, this is Jed here. If you have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments. Thank you.